Hi there, Belmathuin here. Welcome to episode number 21. Now, I've made a little bit of progress, not much. We're probably going to do quite a bit of this mega build together, or at least chunks of it together. Because it's kind of a system that I designed, that I came up with while I was on a survival server, actually. I needed a way to kind of fit everything into a predetermined area, because on servers oftentimes, you know, you pick your base spot, you talk to a mod and you get your approval, but then they like you to stay, say, within a 300 block by 300 block square, so you don't have room for, you know, huge mega builds all spaced out. You kind of need a one-stop shop. So this little system I kind of came up with. Let's take a look. We started looking at it last episode, and all I've done since then is collect wood and get my dyes ready. I got some a bunch of sand and a bunch of gravel ready. But let's take a look. And look at that. I think it's about 90 wide and maybe 55 deep. And there we go. And I use a pattern, kind of like what I showed in the creative world, where I've got a. Well, let's go down and take a look. Got a frame. I don't have any out. Let's fix that. So this frame is going to have our concrete and stuff. And then on either side, there is always this one gap, so that we can have our next frame. Because I think it looks a little bit more interesting than having, you know, the next panel going right off of this one. And then for the corners, I played around a little bit and came up with what I like, or what I think is going to look good. I wanted to have this one gap show up on the inside as well as the outside. So I came up with this pattern right here, so that we'll get the effect on both the inside and the outside. I'm not positive what we're going to do in this corner, because I don't necessarily want to copy our what we do inside of this space over here. But of course it's nighttime. Let's quickly sleep. So I don't really want to be filling in creeper holes. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Sunday. I'm definitely enjoying feeling a little bit better and enjoying having a little bit of time left in the weekend. Oh, hello. I guess it's a good thing we went and slept quickly. So in this corner, I was thinking about that pattern that you just saw, which would essentially give us the same, you know, a double one wide gap on each side of the corner. But there's the other possibility that maybe we just kind of cut it across like that. Maybe some fence posts or some iron. I'm drawing a blank. But you know, just some sort of decoration maybe. So I kind of like this. Maybe it'll soften some of the corners. I have to see how that'll look with the roof. Or there's this option, which essentially, I don't know if I think I like the diagonal better than having, you know, a repeated one wide gap, almost like a stutter at the end of the building. And I'm definitely going to be taking advantage of the bark blocks in this build. But anyway, and then, you know, it's the same, I did the same pattern for corners that were going inward. So maybe we'll go like that. Or actually, probably like that. With the one wide gap. And I wanted a little bit of a vaulted out front. So it's the same pattern. One wide gap, then our our frame with 5 blocks in. I just made them on a diagonal, and there's our one wide gap. This is actually going to be our entrance right here, and as you can see, it's gonna be big. There's gonna be room for super smelters, cactus farms, any farm you can think of. We'll be able to fit it in here, especially because we're gonna be digging down. It's gonna have a couple of stories, definitely at least one more story, and it's going down too. So I guess really all that's left to do right now is make sure we've got some torches, make sure we got, as you can see, I got some cactus green going because I'm liking the spruce and the green and the acacia, and there's going to be some dark wood thrown in there kind of to add a little bit more texture. And I'm really looking forward to getting some sea lanterns. But as much as I would like to go and start, you know, go take over a ocean monument right now, I kind of feel like we need to have a home first. I've been right now. I put off a bunch of shops that I would normally passively have running because I don't want to build them multiple times. I want to make a nice place that when we think of a farm, we can throw it in here and it'll be here for the rest of the season. We may build more of the same farms in other bases if we go to other locations, but for quite a while, this is going to be our home. So let's see. I guess we'll start right here. I thought about filming laying this out, but honestly, I got to starting it, and then I thought, you know, all that means is that you guys are going to be watching me count blocks. You know, there was a whole lot of lay this one down, 1, lay this one down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, lay this. So I thought that might be a little repetitive and boring for you guys to watch. Although this part might not be much better. But I wanted to show you a little bit of the process. Alright, so do we want this up one more? You know what, actually, we're going to leave that right where it is. And if we decide that we want some mossy cobble underneath, you know, as kind of a foundation, then quite simply, we'll just remove this layer. It won't be bad. Yeah, we'll do that. No. There you go. Not that either. Alright, so as you can see, I'm going to be going through a lot of wood. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're up 5. And then we're going to do just a little something to break it up by putting this one wide gap right here. Yeah, there we go. And possibly that? Yeah, maybe. We'll stick one there. And there, and there. So from here, actually, probably would have been easier just to do it down here. Yep. And fall down. And the rest, it's just going to be repeating this over and over. Keep you on for a little while. We're definitely going to want to light some of this up. Otherwise, we're going to have raiding mobs coming down on us. And one more. Or maybe we just stick one in the center of each of these little areas. And that'll keep us. And pick block. So we're going to go, no, down one, down, down I say. All right, right there. And then we'll go across. Pop a torch in the middle. And we don't want any wood left behind because we're going to be using it all. Yeah, because as you can see, we're going to be going through quite a bit. Luckily, I've got 2 shulkers plus some, and I believe I still have some in my ender chest too, my normal spruce wood supply box. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and fill all this in, and that block. There we go. Yeah, I think this is going to turn out looking amazing. I've got a good picture in my head, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it at the end. I'm going to have to make up some sort of AFK method to make green concrete, because we're going to be going through a lot of it. Essentially, most of these open spaces, are going to involve some sort of green concrete or green glass. Let's get over there real quick. Oh, I'm so glad to be feeling better. Yeah, this time of year, I don't know about you guys, but it seems to be the one time of year I get sick. Or hopefully it stays at just one time a year, because, you know, that's tolerable. Yeah, let's take a look. Yeah, I know people that get sick all the time, and I like to think that it's because I try to eat somewhat healthy, and I don't do it as much as I used to, but I've always liked doing a little bit of a jog every now and then, just to that wasn't smart. Kind of listen to an audiobook, kind of listen to some music, get the endorphins going. And even though I'm spending energy doing the run, it always seems to wind up giving me more energy. And I will fill that in so I can't fall in. Which it sounds counterproductive. You know, going for like a 5-mile jog, you think that's going to drain you. But usually it's the opposite for me. It kind of flushes out all the bad crap, and I don't know, just makes me feel more awake, more energetic. I really need to get back into the habit of that. It used to be at least a 2-mile jog, 2 to 5-mile jog, you know, 3, 4, 5 times a week. And it was amazing what that did for me. Lately, this past year hasn't been the greatest for me staying on track with that. But I got food poisoning like August last year. And that, I don't know if anybody's experienced, I don't know if any of you have experienced that or not, but it's the worst. Wouldn't wish it on anybody. Like 104-degree temperature for over a week, and couldn't eat, couldn't sleep, lost 13 pounds in a week. And you know, I don't have that much to lose in the first place. So that, you know, that was a significant amount of my total weight gone. And yeah, just not being able to eat or stay awake or do anything, missing all the time at work. That isn't something that I wish on anybody. But since then, my body just hasn't felt right, and jogging, getting myself into a regular routine would probably help so much with that. But I just can't get myself back into the groove. My energy levels have not been what they haven't gotten back to what they were before I got sick. And it's just harder to motivate myself. I'm not a young pup anymore either. I got you know, I'm pushing 40. And I guess that means I should be a little bit more concerned about taking care of myself even more than I was before. But yeah, it's difficult to get yourself into those cycles sometimes. I don't know. Any of you guys have any tips on how you get yourselves motivated? Or how you'd like to get yourself motivated to do what you know is going to make you feel better? Because it really does work wonders. It's just I know the first little bit is gonna suck. And over the summer I did go on a couple of 5-mile jogs, and I felt great afterwards. I got my gym membership renewed, so I'm paying for a gym membership that's not being used. And I'm running out of good weather. I live in New York State, and we only got a specific window of the year where it's, you know, pleasant to go jogging, or pleasant to do anything outdoors, really. And we had a really hot summer, and you know, hotter than normal summer, and now it's cooling down and the weather's doing a yo-yo. One day it's hot, one day it's cold, and before long it's gonna be nothing but cold all the time. Let's see, how's this looking? Let's pop those in. Yeah, I'd love to hear down in the comments any suggestions you guys might have on getting motivated. Maybe what you do. How do you do it? I know how I used to do it. I just made myself go do it. But that's getting harder the older I get. I don't, you know, I spent a good portion of my life as a single father, and that in itself, that is not what I was supposed to do there. Let's revisit this section right here. Yeah, I spent a good portion of my life as a single father, taking care of a now 16-year-old boy since he was 2, mostly by myself, and then also spending time with my daughter when I can, and that in itself takes a lot of energy. Nope, not there. Yeah, that in itself takes a lot of energy. It can be hard to find time, and when you do have the time, it can be hard to find the motivation to take the few moments you do have to just relax and use them for, you know, going out and exerting myself. I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels that way. And you know, in a couple of years, you know, they'll be off doing their own thing, and I won't have that excuse anymore to keep myself from doing what I know I should be doing. Actually, we did not want, you know what, we're gonna chop those. Otherwise it's gonna be super difficult to lay in that next layer below. Let's get rid of that one. We'll go down 1, 2, 3. And yeah, we may have to come back and fix the angles of some of these. Probably replace them with bark blocks, so it won't matter so much. So each one of these should be 3 wide, and then we'll pillar up there. I think we've done it. Torches. Yes, torches. Right there. There we go. Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons that I've enjoyed Minecraft so much too. Is being a parent. This is the kind of game you can walk away from. Something happens in another room, I don't have to tell a bunch of people, hold on, I'll be back. You know, I just hit the escape button if I'm in single player mode. Hit the escape button, walk away, and come back when I can. On a server, it's a little bit more difficult, but you know, you kind of encase yourself in blocks. Hope nobody pranks you by the time you get back. Oh, hello, night. Let's go that side. And you know, hectic work and taking care of the kids, and coming up soon here, it'll be harder for me to get all the videos out every week too, because I volunteer coach kindergarten through 8th grade wrestling, kind of like a pee-wee league, and that takes quite a bit of my time. That's a couple times a week after work for a couple of hours, and that's also a lot of time on the weekends, taking kids to tournaments and trying to yell my brains out so they could hear me over the crowd. And you'll probably hear a bit of a rough voice coming on around then, a little bit rougher than it is now, but yeah, with all that, just this simple game that has so many satisfying aspects. Like you accomplish one of these big builds, or you figure out something in Redstone that you hadn't been able to figure out before, or that makes your life easier. It's just something about that it's like one of those simple pleasures in life. Let's see, is this the right level? Yeah, it's just one of those simple pleasures in life where you can kinda... Alright, made it. Where you can just kinda relax and put your mind to something. So my mind stays busy, my hands are busy, and it forces me to sit down and just give my body a rest, take a second to breathe. And there's such a good feeling and some satisfaction when you finally complete one of these big builds, or one of these farms, or I mean really anything. Whether it's whatever it is you like to do in the game, whether it's the decorating aspect, whether it's the building aspect, whether it's adventuring. I mean, Minecraft's becoming more of an adventurer's kind of game, but I mean, for the longest time it hasn't been super interesting to go adventuring. It does seem like they're working on that, so I appreciate the fact that they're doing that. Alright, let's see, that part's done. So let me know down in the comments, why is it that you play Minecraft? I'm assuming if you're watching these videos that you do play Minecraft. And if you don't, you should give it a try. But I'd like to hear what some of your reasons might be for, what gives you satisfaction in this game. Is it the building aspects? Is it the coming up with a new redstone circuit that you've never seen anybody else use? Which can be difficult, because I mean, it seems like in Minecraft no matter what it is you do, somebody's done it before. But if you came up with it without, if you came up with it on your own, that's still satisfying. Even if 5 other people, even if you find out that 5 other people have done it before, that doesn't take away from the fact that you figured it out on your own just like they did. That just means they were playing before you. So it's still satisfying as hell. I really should have bridged from over there. Alright, let's go down in the middle there. And then out. And then out. Give me that. Yeah, I would definitely be really interested to find out, what keeps you guys ticking in Minecraft. Or even, what is it that you enjoy in a good game? You know, some people are looking for action all the time. And more power to you. I mean, the whole point of gaming in the first place is to find something that you can relax with, or that you can enjoy in whatever way feels good to you. Let's see. Yeah, I think we are going to go with the diagonal. Yeah, we can do something to make that look good. Can we get that? Yes, we can. Yeah, this isn't going so bad. It's a very large build, but once we get this framework in, it's not going to be that bad to fill it in. There won't be a lot of counting. We've done the counting. Now it's just a matter of getting it all up to the same level. And torch. Yep, definitely remember to torch, because raining mobs is never any fun. Have I been filling in the bottom? I'm not even entirely sure that I want to fill the bottom in all of the spaces, but it'll be easy to remove later. And change that. Yeah, I think that'll look better. Maybe after this section we'll do a little flyby, see what it's looking like. There's a part of me that's tempted to can I reach? No, I can't. But that's the level I need, so if I go out right here, boy, Vict. Yeah, there's a part of me that's tempted to mix up the logs too. Like maybe throw in some dark oak logs occasionally, maybe even an occasional oak log, just to kind of give like a weathered effect on the logs on the outside. But I think maybe we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. That'll be like a later thing. Ah, missed. That's alright. It's becoming nighttime anyway, so we'll pillar this up. Maybe we'll go take a little nap. Oh god, a nap sounds good right now. Sounds a whole lot better than my future plans for this afternoon. My daughter's here. She's gonna help me give the cats a bath. We're in an apartment building, and one of our neighbors has a dog that's always outside, and I think it might have fleas because our cats suddenly got fleas. After not having fleas for like 8 months and being indoor cats, they somehow got fleas. I mean, it is also entirely possible that us walking through grass, we picked up fleas on our socks. That's how it works. But I don't want the poor cats to have to deal with that, so we're gonna give them a little bit of a flea bath. They're gonna love me. Maybe I should trim their nails first, huh? I don't know. Freshly trimmed cat nails are almost as bad as super sharp cat nails. Has anybody had any good luck with like brands of flea flea shampoo or flea treatment, because it's not something that we've really had to deal with a whole lot. You know, we keep a fairly clean house, and the only animals we have are indoor animals. As much as I would love to have a dog, but dogs in apartments just if you get a dog in an apartment that doesn't really have much of a yard, then it's almost unfair to the dog, unless it's a small dog, I guess. And it makes it so much more important to have to like walk them. And we get some cold weather around here, but cats just kind of make more sense in the apartment. So I'm not getting my puppy yet, not until after get some sort of yard to let them run around in. Alright, you know, let's take a little flyby, see what this is looking like. Ooh, what's it look like from up here? I really need to get Optifine installed. Let's try from here. Yeah, I mean, it all kind of blends into each other right now, but once those squares have something in them to make it all pop, and especially once we get some acacia accents, I think this is really gonna look good. Yeah, definitely right down there. We're gonna want some sort of mossy cobblestone, mossy brick. I really wish there was mossy, like mossy stairs and slabs, but that's not in yet. Although I believe they said they're gonna put 40 more types of slabs and stairs in 1.14, which I'm super excited about. I don't know how that got like not included in the Minecon Earth live stream, because that seems like something that millions of people have been asking for years. How do you leave that out? But that's beside the point. I'm just super glad it's happening and very appreciative of the hard work they're putting in it, making this all happen. Really glad that it's not optimized as much as we would hope, but the new algorithm or system or base code or whatever it is that they put in the game that replaced the old Java one, it's making so many things possible, because I guess they were at the extent of the number of different blocks they could put in under the old system. So even though this might not be optimized the way that we would hope it would be, it's not optimized better than the old system, but it does allow for them to add as many new blocks as they can imagine. Which, I mean, just look at that coral out there. They couldn't have done that in the old system. So a little bit of lag here and there, maybe a little bit of glitchiness or some bugs. We can live with that, because look at what they gave us. And that's just the beginning. I mean, that's worth that, and any potential additions they add. I mean, look at the new biomes. They couldn't add it though. They couldn't have done those under the old system. So this is going to be great. This is going to be real nice. We just wasted half the day. Alright, so I'll probably finish laying all of this out off camera. But while I've got you here, let's take a look at some sort of, maybe on the spot, some sort of concrete powder system, or concrete conversion system. Oh, you guys are all grown up. And you know what? Because of the fact that we're going to be standing right here for a little while. Oh, there we go. Let's not bother breeding them yet, because that'll help reduce some of the sound. Now this is a very simple system. Let's see. I kind of went pro YouTuber and prepped a little bit for this. Let's empty out our inventory a little bit. Pop that over in our dyes chest. Yeah, there we go. Actually, let's give ourselves all the room we can. And some of the dye. So let's grab 8 and 8 if we can. There. Alright, that's the stuff we're after right there. So a stack of 64 cactus burned down into the dye, gonna get us 8 stacks of concrete powder. That was the whole reason behind that cactus farm. And some of this is going to remain concrete powder. In fact, now we got an under chest right over here. Let's go ahead and put that right there. Alright, so we'll do those 2 rows. Well, we'll split this even. Alright, so let's grab 4 more stacks of each. Alright, I think that might fill us up, so we want to turn this into concrete. Now, one way to do it is put some in your offhand. I just dug a hole right there and a hole right there, and that's just one flowing water. And I used wood here because it'd take me quite a while to use a pickaxe to get through that. I could also use obsidian, but if I hold down both buttons, I'm just going to plow through it like that. Now this will work. It's more of a manual system. But there are systems that we could make. Those are just the blocks I took out of the wall. We'll stick them in the project box. We'll throw that back in there. And let's just get these out of the inventory. And let's grab our redstone box. Let's maybe see if we can't come up with a way. Right there. Let's see if we can't come up with a way to automatically dispense more to us, as well as to grab all of the concrete that's formed. Because as you can see, this could take a little while. There, we'll just do that. So I was just thinking, for now, here's a blank space on a wall. We might as well use it. So let's see, maybe we carefully try not to dig out too much. And this is all, I don't have a design in mind. So it's kind of all spur of the moment and off the cuff. I know we're gonna want hoppers. So glad we can have infinite hoppers now. Maybe some observers and droppers would probably do it. Maybe a couple torches, comparators, repeaters, and some dust. In fact, we'll just keep a little bit of this up on us. So, if I make some room on my bar, get rid of the non-essentials. No, we want that facing the other way. Which is easier said than done. Let's go ahead and do it that way. No. Actually. Alright, so this might not be bad at all. Alright, so we're going to want a water source dropping right here. And then maybe the idea is every time we place that, that sends a pulse. Over to a dispenser or a dropper. Huh. Could it be this easy? We would definitely want to fill that in. And yeah, solid blocks. Yeah, this could be that easy maybe. The collection might be a little bit more difficult. So now, if I put dust in there, or the powder in there, and then place some. Alright, let's give ourselves a nice solid number, 16. Everything else is in here. So there's 64 here, 16 in our hand. Yeah. Oh, no. In there, and there. Alright, let's try this again. So, see a potential problem. No, actually, no potential problem. I was gonna say that winds up giving us extra, but maybe that doesn't matter. Do a chest right here. Do I have any made up over here? Oh, there's some in the redstone box. All right, so this part should be super easy. So we're gonna do a chest right here. Let's pick that water up for a second. And give me some hoppers. Actually, we'll go there and there. And there. And uno más. So now alright, I'm missing something on this. Yeah, because I'm going to end up mining that. Or, even better, maybe minecart hopper? Yeah. Let's see. Let's get that water out of my hand before I use it somewhere I don't want to use it. 3, 4, 5. Alright, yep, I think this will work. This is gonna be it. No. And there. And there. Rails box. Let's get those out of my hand. Pop those into there. Okay, so place that there. Place that there. And obsidian toolbox. Yeah, one should do it. Ideally, you just want to be aiming at one block. So then if I stick actually, is that still on rails? There we go. Alright, so if no, obsidian won't do it. Crap. Wood. Actually, you know what? Just a spruce log will do it. Yep. So we'll place that there. Get a little regular piston action. Like that. And a torch. That'll work. Alright, so now that minecart is inside that block. Now the only potential bad thing would be if that minecart, which sucks crap up real fast, ends up sucking everything this dispenser pops out. Then that's no good. Okay, so there's some powder. So we have 19 in our hand. Let's make that 16. Look at that. That will do it. And we can get rid of these because we don't have to worry about flying concrete quite as much. Now with that hopper minecart right there. And it's feeding down. perfect. Yeah, that was perfect right there. I think that'll do it. Now to cover these, let's grab some more spruce. And some 2 trapdoors. Perfect. Yeah, give me that back. So I'm gonna do that. What do I got for blocks? Andesite will work. And all right, perfect. Now what can I put there? All right, so I can stand here. Maybe we even put, oh, we can place something here to keep stuff out. Although we should be safe down here because I've AFK'd quite a bit down here. Although if a pigman were to come in and walk in front of us while we were AFKing here, like watching TV doing this, holding down both buttons, that could be bad. I don't know. I guess let's just give it a try. Clean out our inventory real quick. I guess we didn't need everything we thought we were going to, but it never hurts to have it. Stick that there. I need that. Alright, yeah, I know, OCD. I will hold on to the stone. Toolbox and rails. Oh, yeah. It might take a few seconds every now and then, but the more I keep this organized, the more I'm gonna save time later not having to search for the stuff, because that kind of time adds up quickly. And you know what? I do have some fence gates. That would do the trick. Let me get us a little pop of color down here. Right there. Those still work. Nope. Put that down. And I think that's all. That's the amount we want to do right now. And technically, there is one more thing we want to do here. Right there. We're gonna grab one more hopper, 2 more chests, 2, not 3, and there, and no. Like that. Okay. So now, technically, I could fill that and the dispenser and the hopper and just watch a movie while I was holding both buttons down. And probably would need more storage than this, but you know, that's pretty easy to fix. So let's close that fence gate. And you know what? I'm thinking Let's give something a little bit of a try. A couple more of these. And we'll just leave that chest out. So let's close that so nothing can get out. Give me a little bit of that. And a little bit of this. And let's grab those. And a couple more of those. Mostly because, where can I, there. You know, we got the supplies right here. We might as well like make it look good. Let's do an andesite right there. And see, I got a cobblestone, that's a changer. Right there. And I can put that there. And there. Alright, you know what? Let's do 2 more. I love the mossy cobble. And since this floor is kind of constantly soaked, it kind of makes sense, doesn't it? You know, there's no point in just grabbing 2 at a time. So let's go there, there, and there. And 1 more. Perfect. I don't know if this is going to be a permanent structure, but, you know, doesn't hurt to make it look good. Alright, that's all loaded. Pick in hand. 17 powder in my other hand. Yeah, look at that. That was a super simple circuit. Alright, so I've got a bunch of this concrete powder to do up into concrete, and I got a bunch more framing to do. So we'll catch up with you, I guess, after the framing's done. Well, and we're back. I took a look, and that last video I recorded was like an hour long, so I think we're going to call it there. We got a pretty good amount of progress on the framing of the base. We've got a bunch more powder ready to go, as well as a bunch of concrete already made up. And I think that's a good place to stop right there. I guess still got to edit the video down. So if you liked what you saw, if you learned something, you know, leave a like, comment, or subscribe. And until next time, hope everybody has a good night.